Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. It's interesting, guys, as the months go on, it is very interesting to see how this space is maturing. Apparently, crypto analyst Benjamin Cowan has doubts that Bitcoin dominance is going to go back up to 70% again. I'm guessing what he's suggesting is 70% ever again, not just in this bull run. So he expects Bitcoin dominance to make its final move to about 60% either in September or at the latest by December of 2024. And then, guys, after that Bitcoin move, what we are going to see is alts coming along with it. Right now, Bitcoin is trading in and around 58,000. We have seen a bit of a decline for the king cryptocurrency over the last day or two. It is sitting in and around $58,000 per coin. And Bitcoin dominance, that is, even though we are seeing the price decline as of now, Bitcoin dominance is still climbing higher, but not in the same kind of way that we saw it in the past. This is when Bitcoin was more dominant. Now that we have more cryptocurrencies in the space, here, let me get rid of some of that. Now that we have more cryptocurrencies in the space, these kind of, 73%, because back in the day here, 2019, 2020, we did see Bitcoin in and around 73.3% at its top before altcoins really took over. And so what he's suggesting is he is saying we could get up to maybe 60%, which would bring us in and around here, which would actually bring us, in and around these former levels of support in and around here. But what he's saying is that we could see resistance come up here, and then we're going to see a drop that we're not going to actually see Bitcoin dominance just because, it's not going to take up the lion's share of the market like it once did. You got to remember, there are way more cryptocurrencies now in the space. This is the total 2 market cap, and you guys can see even the total 2 is getting very, very close here to its all-time high of about $1.7 trillion. So, once we do see the market pick up, I think we are going to see an explosion for altcoins. That is going to be positive for us. That's going to be positive for, XRP holders, but also anybody who does hold a wide variety of cryptocurrencies. For my diversified portfolio, you can see exactly what I'm trading. I picked out what I think are some great picks. You can follow my trading journey at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel if you guys are interested in seeing what I've decided to trade this time around, because considering we are now at this level here, in the altcoin market, these are the times where we can accumulate. These are the times where we can really accelerate our wealth. And a lot of these coins, guys, I bought a lot of these coins way back in early, I want to say springtime, in and around here, April, May 2023, maybe it was May 2023. And we have seen a significant push to the upside. But a lot of these cryptocurrencies, I find, because they're so volatile, they have in fact gone below the cost average that I purchased them at. You guys can see I've opened up my entire portfolio over there, are at pretty attractive price points. So I'm letting all my subscribers know when I'm making moves, when I'm accumulating, anything that I'm doing trade related over there at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. So analysts like Ben Cowan have lowered their targets to 60% for Bitcoin dominance. Cowan explained that during major altcoin seasons, such as the one in 2021 Bitcoin dominance, the ratio of Bitcoin market cap to the entire crypto market tends to decline but slowly, and it returns to previous levels after the breakdown. However, this cycle, he is more confident that even when Bitcoin reaches its peak dominance, it won't attract the same levels seen in the past. I think there is room for Ethereum and many other cryptocurrencies, he says. Cowan believes that Bitcoin will make that final move towards 60% as early as September or late December. So that could be the starting point of the euphoria phase, guys. Again, we are still in August if you guys are watching this video on the day that I'm recording it. So an interesting take here from Ben Cowan. You can see Ripple whales are filling their bags. They're taking this opportunity. We're seeing almost a 235% surge as Ripple whales do accumulate more XRP. This one courtesy of Michael Branch. XRP is witnessing large buying activity, guys, from whales as it looks to make the most of a favorable decision in the major legal case. Now, the legal case, I don't know why they keep talking about that, because the legal case, that decision has been made weeks ago now. But we are actually seeing this volume surge, and maybe it's, a chain reaction that's a bit of a laggard. However, the majority of buying activity is yet to be translated into bullish price action. Now, that did recently change. If you guys did watch the video I did this morning, XRP price has been steadily climbing. So that is positive news. Even though the price of XRP is climbing, Bitcoin has fallen below $60,000, and the rest of the altcoin market is following its lead. So, sometimes XRP does this weird thing in the crypto space where, it doesn't move for months and months and months, and everybody's pissed off and really upset that, why isn't XRP moving? And then all of a sudden, XRP moves counter to what Bitcoin and the rest of the market does. So it really is a bit of a head scratcher. Nevertheless, this is what we're seeing actually right now. So whales are scooping up large amounts of XRP. XRP whales are having a field day as they look to fill their bags with this particular coin. The major uptick in buying activity is attributed to large wallets, especially those holding 1 to 10 million XRP. So this is the other thing I think we should be making note of, because these are not small retail traders, guys. These are big traders, and I can't reiterate that enough. If the big guys, the guys with the big money, the guys that can afford 1 to 10 million XRP are deciding to buy now, I think that spells something out. I think that that's code for something. These big fish in the Ripple pond are known to make massive splurges occasionally. However, it is not known today whether this is a concentrated effort to jack up the price or a flurry of actual market sentiment that will see XRP achieve new highs. Well, we're seeing the volume there. I think that is first and foremost what we should be paying attention to. As of the time of this recording, XRP is trading in and around 58 cents. So nothing too major. We haven't seen any kind of major spike yet, but time will tell, guys, in the coming months. I think September is going to be, I think really it's going to be the final quarter of 2024 is when we're going to really start to see a lot of this bullish activity occur. Anyway, wanted to thank Michael for posting that. And then there's Ripple's vision, guys. This one courtesy of Vet. Let me repeat. The vision that fits the execution you are seeing. We want to bring institutional liquidity to the XRP ledger so that everyone can contribute to liquidity pools and draw from them. This is Aurelie, the Senior Director of International Markets at Ripple. She works on XRP utility and liquidity. This is a clip from a little while ago. I thought I'd bring it to you guys because the vision is still clear. This has been the mandate for Ripple for a very long time now. Listen to this.
So when we see, when I look at traditional finance, a traditional bank, they were making $1 trillion of notional of DCD per week at the heat of the market. And I'm eager to see that lightly structured business getting into crypto and enabling everyone to earn passive income and yield, again, like you're shorting an option, so unlimited downside. But those two use cases, I feel like the hedging impermanent loss and the digital option vault hopefully are going to drive enough demand so that we can see that market maturing and seeing vol surface, vol curves on the option. So looking forward to seeing that.
And that is exactly what we're seeing, an ecosystem where institutional and retail users meet on the decentralized exchange. So Vet continues by saying the pillars, payment-centric, okay, payment rails anyone can use for their businesses. It's the bedrock for real-world assets, NFTs, and DeFi. The only collaborative consensus algorithm, he continues by saying, ready out-of-the-box features. So, for example, for NFTs or decentralized exchanges or the AMMs, accessible with just API calls, simple for any developer to integrate, established decentralized network, hundreds of nodes and validators, a neutral and counterparty-free asset, XRP, and compliance features. So Ripple doesn't want to make it complicated, and clearly they are, trying to make it as easy as possible for, all these other developers to integrate the XRP ledger into their projects, even if they're not building on the XRP ledger. So this is more about the interoperability of it all. And so I wanted to thank Vet for pointing that out. Now, speaking of the interoperability in different chains, guys, Sunny Liu envisions a future in which billions of people are going to be utilizing VeChain products. VeChain's another one of those cryptocurrencies in my $15,000 plus portfolio that you guys can find over there at patreon.com/workingmoney channel. I've been holding this coin for a while too, so it's also part of my legacy portfolio. And it's because I love the way this coin moves. I love the fact that this is a real world utility coin. So for the long term, I have a feeling we're going to see VeChain explode, but even in the short term, it does move with the rest of the market, very volatile, and that's where you make your money. Sunny Liu, the founder of VeChain, may not have begun his path in the most conventional manner. His first interaction with cryptocurrencies occurred when he was playing World of Warcraft rather than in a boardroom or a tech lab. It got him interested in digital transactions, and they first started with supply chain management. It could be a powerful tool for solving real-world problems, he thought. Notable in supply chain management, where openness and efficiency are frequently absent, his distinct viewpoint, which draw inspiration from both the gaming and corporate management, served as the foundation for VeChain. So he established the company in 2015, and now we're seeing VeChain swiftly gaining hold, especially in businesses that value trust and transparency, such as luxury products, food safety, and automobiles. So they have already, forged a lot of partnerships over there in China with big companies too, like BMW, Walmart China, and McDonald's China as well. And it's also a very sustainable blockchain as well. So very WEF friendly, I guess we could say. Lou's devotion to sustainability has attracted high-profile partners, increasing VeChain's influence. One of the most noteworthy agreements is between BYD, the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturer, and DNV, a global certifying authority. So, we're continuing to see more partnerships for VeChain. Their continued development, such as the launch of Galaxy member NFTs and the expansion of the VBetter DAO ecosystem, demonstrates Lou's dedication to this mission. These developments aim to increase community engagement, incentivize sustainable behavior, and keep VeChain at the forefront of the blockchain industry. And guys, that is what is going to be important this bull run. Part of what we're going to be buying, part of what we're going to be holding, and part of what we're going to be selling is going to be dependent on if these cryptocurrencies, because think of it, look how many there are, okay? There's 100 per page here, and it goes on to 100 pages plus, okay? So, there's just so many cryptocurrencies in the space. They can't all be worthwhile. They can't all be good. They can't all be liquid. So we're going to be buying cryptocurrencies hoping that they are going to explode in price, but there are only going to be a certain few that we're going to hold for the long term because of the real world utility, and XRP, of course, is going to be one of those coins. So going to be selling part of my portfolio, part of my XRP this bull run, but also going to be holding a portion for that long term. And VeChain's another great example of one of those cryptocurrencies. So just thought I'd bring that to you, to your attention too. And this whole myth of ISO 2002 having nothing to do with DLT, this one courtesy of Smoke, another myth in the crypto space that is easy to debunk with documentation. And even institutions have clarified that their documentation that ISO 2022 is not just another messaging standard. So you know how we've been hearing people say, well, an ISO 2022 coin it doesn't exist. That's not a thing. Well, it might not technically be a thing, but the ISO 2022 standard does have something to do with DLT and distributed ledger technology. Let me explain. He says specifically, consider that it is a myth and common misunderstanding of the standard as documented in the third image. Okay, and the first and second images, it is broken down on a technical level how the structure of ISO 2022 messages was built to enable the use of DLT through APIs. So he brings us some documentation here. ISO 2022 as an enabler of consistent data capture. The highlighted fields are data elements in the ISO 2022 dictionary that have a definition sitting behind it and has been internationally agreed. And then you think about it from a data standardization perspective. With these terms and definitions, they can be used for distributed ledger technology. The established data dictionary can be the basis for APIs upon which DLT integration is based, or a DLT can be built with ISO 2022 as the native data format. Okay. He also brings this up above all. Using ISO 2022 as a base will also facilitate interoperability among DLT implementations and FMIs. Indeed, by making use of ISO 2022, advocates of DLT and SC technologies will not slow down the implementation and acceptance of new technologies. They will accelerate it. So I should go back to this. You guys can see there, DLT is what is going to be making the world go round, so to speak. It's going to be the center of not just messaging, but also the transference of value. And I think in terms of, providing a more common framework for payments, ISO 2022 is not just another messaging format that will be adopted in the same way, but all payment schemes. So there's definitely a connection here to ISO 2022 and DLT. They even go as far as to say that the adoption and implementation of ISO 2022 will accelerate the adoption of DLT. So debating with me about this simply wouldn't be fair. He goes on to say, because I know the two can be conflated, ISO 2022 coins, we know XRP, XLM, and there's a handful of others, Algorand, XDC, HBAR, there's the ISO 2022 compliant cryptocurrencies. And we think to ourselves, okay, those are going to be the ones that have utility. Those are not going to be the ones, out of the hundreds of thousands of cryptocurrencies that are going to fall to the wayside. So maybe those ones are the ones to be investing in. Well, guys, it's a bit of a double-edged sword there. Again, at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, I give my assessment on, the real-world utility coins versus some other cryptocurrencies. What we do know is that the real-world utility coins are going to have a purpose for the long term. Now, Crypto.Darren here posting this a while back. Apple had documents saying that it was using ILP. And now, guys, we just got a demo that Apple can, now you can actually send money with the iPhone. Check this out. This is apparently a real-time demo here where you can send money to and from And Darren is just asking here, I wonder if this is utilizing ILP or the Interledger Protocol. So the original post here posted by Alamin, you can now link 2 iPhones and send cash with the new ISO 18. And so this did get me wondering, guys, back in June, this article did come out from Binance Square. Apple's new payment system will Ripple technology change digital transactions and influence XRP bulls. So Apple integrated Ripple's Interledger into iOS 18 for the tap and pay system. Ripple's ILP doesn't require XRP, but does support it as a bridge currency. The market anticipates a positive impact on XRP value with Apple's adoption of Ripple technology. So it goes on, continues talking about this. Apple just implemented ILP for its Apple Pay, Tap to Pay. This was from Johnny Crypto. Although Ripple's native cryptocurrency XRP is not strictly necessary for this integration, it can accommodate it. This partnership suggests a possible future in which XRP could play a significant role in Apple's payment ecosystem by utilizing Ripple's technology. And so this has been, the mumblings, the murmurings thus far. I guess I should mention this, guys, from 6 years ago. Okay, Apple implements Interledger into Safari iOS, and you guys can see it up there. The screen grab. Interledger has been integrated or was integrated as long as 6 years ago was when this was posted. On top of which, back in 2016, which was about 8 years ago now, Google and Apple like Ripple's Interledger protocol for interoperability. So this was discussed back then, and they adopted the technology. It looks like they were already adopting it back then. Up until now, big technology companies like Apple and Google have shown little interest in blockchain, but that might be changing according to Ripple, the distributed ledger financial company. So this is just another article here just suggesting that Apple has integrated Ripple technology and did integrate it many years ago. But guys, now that we have are getting close to the regulatory clarity, this is now becoming the reality of the matter, where we can now transact seamlessly through DLT technology, leveraging potentially XRP, although they say XRP is not necessarily, you don't need to utilize it for this technology. There is still the possibility to leverage XRP, and who knows how complicated this is going to be. I mean, maybe at first they want to release it for, domestic payments only under a certain limit, and then maybe it'll get larger. So we don't know quite yet. The other thing that I wanted to mention, guys, was this. It all goes back to Bearableguy from Zoom here on Twitter, and this was a tweet from Bearableguy. Actually, it was from his Ripple Reddit from 6 years ago. He did post this image of this Apple, and it was around the same time that this article came out. So certainly pointing to the fact that Apple was going to integrate the XRP ledger. As you guys can see here, the money networks, the XRP ledger, and all the companies, all the platforms involved include Apple Pay. And this was from several years ago, don't forget. What is the relationship between Ripple and Apple? Ripple and Apple, the relationship between the two back in May. Apple released a new announcement stating that it has integrated Ripple's Interledger protocol. So it seems as though more and more signs are pointing to the fact that yes, Apple has just unveiled their tap to pay, and it's looking as though it is going to be gaining more traction when iOS 18 is finally released. I guess if it's not released already, I'm not entirely sure. Oh no, it's probably going to be released with the new iPhone coming very, very soon. So guys, are we going to see some XRP utility integrated into the new iPhone? And maybe this is why we're seeing an increased XRP volume just based on the news that this could be the next form of payment that becomes mainstream very, very soon. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.